There's a look at the new Alex Box Stadium being constructed as we speak. It'll be the Tigers' new home starting next year. The Tigers are hoping this is not their last at-bat in this old ballpark. They need 3 to tie. Down 7-4 as we go to the top of the ninth in Game 2 of this Super Regional. UC Irvine won last night. A win here today gets them back to Omaha for the second straight year. Leon Landry leads off and takes the ball high. Landry, Shimp in the top of the order for the Tigers. Landry 0 for 3 with a strikeout. But a great catch out in center field earlier today. And he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. This ballpark opened up in 1938. A lot of great memories here. It's been the home for 5 College World Series championship teams. And the crowds have always been very supportive of the Tigers over the years here. And they are behind their Tigers now, hoping for a rally here in the top of the ninth. Tigers want to be back here tomorrow, Kyle. And it's just been a tough Super Regional all around for LSU.
It has, but they're not done yet. 3 outs to play with here in the ninth inning. The crowd on their feet.
And a leadoff walk for Leon Landry. Here's a look at our Coke Zero game trap.
For the Anteaters, 6 runs on 6 hits in 1 inning. That was the 4th inning. Matt Clark has really had a great series for LSU. 4 for 7, a couple of RBIs. Irvine 8 for 12 with runners in scoring position. And the pitching staff for Irvine, to me, has been the biggest game changer. Scott Gorgon was great yesterday. Went 6 2/3, held this LSU offense down, and Daniel Babona was more the same today.
For the first time in this Super Regional, Mike Gillespie comes out of the dugout to go to the pitching mound. Usually Ted Silva, the Anteaters pitching coach, makes the trip, but Gillespie comes out this time around.
See how fired up he was? Goes out there, he's fired up, and he's trying to get his guys fired up. All you're trying to do right here is neutralize the crowd. That's it. That's the only reason you go out right here. The crowd's starting to get into it. They're on their feet. Mike Gillespie knows the way that this game is played. He's done it for a long time, and is just trying to neutralize the crowd in this spot. Take him out of it as much as he can. The problem is they're probably going to jump on him pretty good. I didn't get his 2 cents in with the home plate umpire right there. He's always standing up for his guys. He's always been that way.
Mike Gillespie spent 20 seasons as USC's head coach, National Coach of the Year in '98 when the Trojans won a national title. His goal was to be a head coach again in California after a 1-year absence where he spent a season coaching in the Yankees system. He's back as a head coach and trying to get Irvine back to the College World Series.
If you're LSU right now, the goal is to get to Dean. If you get to Blake Dean, you got a chance to tie this thing or potentially go ahead.
Strike into Shimp.
Looked like Shimp might have been taking a strike out of the 9-hole right there. Didn't look very aggressive in that first pitch, and that might not be a bad approach. Pettis, who's been a little bit wild since coming in, walked a leadoff hitter. Go ahead and take one.
Breaking pitch comes back in for strike 2. Eric Pettis, the closer on for UC Irvine, trying to nail this one down. Shimp, the number 9 hitter, trying to get aboard. Swung on and hit into right field. Landry around second. He'll head for third. He is going to be held up there. A double for Shimp. Runners at second and third, and nobody out for LSU in the ninth.
Here they come. You knew it was going to happen at some point. Waited a while on the 9th inning with nobody out, but this is just too good of a pitch. 0-2. Ryan Shimp, talk about how good of a 9-hole hitter this is, but you give him a chance when you elevate a breaking ball 0-2. Obviously not trying to go there. They're trying to wrap it around his feet, but it stays up. Shimp puts a great swing on it. Now LSU back to the top of the order with Hollander.
Sold out Alex Box Stadium on its final weekend. And now the top of the order in Hollander, who has been quiet in this Super Regional. Swings at the first pitch and misses. Strike 1. Hollander, 5 home runs on the year. He represents the tying run. And you see, with runners in scoring position in this series, advantage Irvine.
We talked about the struggles of the top half of this LSU lineup, specifically 1 through 3. This is where Hollander needs to come through.
Off the end of his bat to deep short. Orloff. Not in time. Bases loaded. And now the go-ahead run comes to the plate in Jared Mitchell.
And now, because of the visit earlier on in this inning by Mike Gillespie, you can't go back to the mound. And I don't disagree. I think he went out at the right time. But now bases loaded, nobody out at a time where you'd like to go out and stem the momentum. At this point, you can't. Because if he goes out, he's got to take Pettis out of the ballgame.
Mitchell, 3 hits today, including a solo home run last inning. Called for time. It wasn't granted by home plate umpire Bill Speck. Strike 1. And now Paul Maneri's out of the dugout again.
Now, you don't have to give him timeout, but I think this is plenty early enough. Bill Speck doesn't give it, and I'm telling you what, this is Paul Maneri's going to go crazy right here. As you talk about changing potentially the course of the end, the bottom line is the home plate umpire doesn't have to give it. If you think it's too late, and this one's close enough, it's a judgment call. But that will get him fired up here.
The umpires have been very busy in this Super Regional, very visible, you might say, in the last 2 games.
You know what? If it's the 2nd inning, there's nobody on base, nobody really cares about this one. In the 9th inning with the bases loaded and nobody out, then obviously it's going to cause a whole lot of stir. Now, if you're Mitchell at this point, you can't give up on it. If you ask for it and you don't get it, you still got to be ready to hit. I don't think he'd have been swinging at that first pitch breaking ball anyway.
Bases loaded. Nobody out for the Tigers. The 0-1 pitch from Pettis, swung on and missed, 0-2. Nick Pontiff is on deck for LSU. It looks like he is going to pinch hit in the number 3 spot in this order. Mitchell granted time, and the crowd reacts. There's Pontiff. Outside, 1-2. Mitchell hit